Good evening, Ontario. With the federal elections just around the corner on April 28th, I want to speak to you plainly, not as a partisan voice, but as someone who is deeply focused on what it means for our province. Ontario holds 122 federal seats. That's not just a number, that's real influence. And what we choose, how we vote, and how we advocate in these final days of these campaigns, we will shape the direction of this country. So let's be clear. This election isn't about national headlines. It's about Ontario's economy, Ontario's workers, and Ontario's infrastructure, and the real world impact on the communities we live in. So how is Ontario doing right now? Well, it's a mixed picture. We are under pressure. The U.S. tariffs on steel, aluminum, and auto exports have already started impacting Ontario-based industries. The province has committed to $11 billion in relief to help stabilize the jobs and businesses afloat. But let's be honest, that kind of relative spending can't go on forever. We are still building. Ontario is looking to cut red tape around mining in the Ring of Fire region. That could be a game changer for critical minerals and supply chains. But these projects require cooperation from federal regulators and strong engagement with Indigenous communities living in the area to succeed. We are also adjusting. General Motors has paused EV van production in Ontario. Over 1,200 workers are affected. It's a reminder that global markets move fast, and Ontario needs a strategy, not just subsidies. These are just a few signals of what we are up against and what's at stake. What about the federal parties? The Liberals, with Mark Carney, are promising stability and predictability. He's capable, but it's fair to ask, will we get more of the same centralization and stalled infrastructure projects? Will Bill C-69 continue to block meaningful national development? Conservatives, under Pierre Poilievre, are calling for less government and more affordability. Okay. That message lands. But what's the delivery plan? Especially for Ontario's transit, housing, and healthcare sectors. The NDP, with Mr. Jagmeet Singh, are promising for stronger social supports. But can they deliver that without undermining provincial autonomy and pushing unsustainable spending? None of these questions are attacks. They are real conversations that we need to be having, especially here in Ontario, where the federal policy eventually shows up in a local budget, on a job site, or in hospital waiting rooms. Let's take a look at our perspective from the Ontario Centrist Party. Ontario has always been a leader, not just by size or GDP, but by being a place that builds, connects, and holds Canada together. We don't need to be told what to do. We need a federal partner, not a handler. Someone who respects that Ontario has its own vision, own priorities, and pace. As you head into this final stretch of the election, ask yourself, who's talking about Ontario? Not just during campaigns, but every single day in government. Who will strengthen our province's ability to lead on clean energy, tech, housing, and trade? And who is ready to treat Ontario not as a political battleground, but as a builder of Canada's future? Let's vote with intention. Let's expect more. And let's keep doing what we do best in this province, leading by example. Thank you for listening. Let's get to work. Good luck to you all. Go vote.